So, guys, we are back after what seems to be 15 years, right? We are finally back. All right. The guys are back, ready to talk about figures. All right. I want to make sure I'm not saying toys out there. Figures. All right. Make it sound a little bit more grown. Figures, motherfuckers out there. I had somebody say the other day, I miss you guys' toy show. And I'm like, figure show. Feel like when you said toy, you meant something by it. Say figure. But no, I'm glad to be back with the guys. Starting off with Joel. What's going on, Joel?
What's up, fellas? It has been way too fucking long.
It has been.
Long. Even though I never have anything to show, and I apologize, but I still miss
it. One day, Joel is just going to come in with a crate full of shit and go, this is making up for all the episodes. Here's my entire crate. But I told you, Joel, all you have to do is whenever you find some of your old stuff.
If I could find it.
Right, bro. Right. Just showcase that. Because like you said, you haven't shown anything. So when you do showcase it, it's like, all right, that's Joel's figures.
I got this as a gift.
Wait, it's blurry.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. 60. Oh, that's the Adam West one, right?
Yeah, but like a mini car version of it. It's pretty cool.
Does it have eyes?
Not really.
Oh, I thought it had like eyes in the front.
It looks like one of them, like you pull it back and it goes, or maybe it's got like a little. Like
it looks like that, but it's just a regular one. It was a gift. My cousin bought it for me on a whiff. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks.
That's one of the most iconic Batmobiles ever. You never go wrong with that one. I mean, shit, the Batwoman did a version of that fucking Batmobile. So that shit's iconic. I love the look of that. Yeah, so now you have to forget that you showed that and show it later when everyone does their figure reveal.
I shot my load. Sorry.
What's up, Jaydee?
I used to have, what's up, Streamland? How we doing? You just put me in nostalgia mode right now, right? Because I had this Hot Wheels of the '89 Tim Burton Batmobile, but it was tricked out and it was really fucking awesome. It was like a big wheel. So the front grills of the Batmobile, right, that long part, was puffed up and raised up, and the cockpit was really small in the back. Really fucking awesome. I'm like, that's a Batmobile I want to see out there.
They still got those out there. I've seen them around for sale.
Oh, I gotta find it now.
Yeah,
I got it.
Especially the '89 Batmobile. See, like I was telling Juwan, like I had a lot of Hot Wheels as a kid, and the Batmobile always won those races I would have. I don't know why, but it's just.
Might have been that jet engine on the back.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Wait, so I want to ask y'all, because me and Joel argued about that for a while. Pete, you had Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
Jaydee, you had Hot Wheels?
And Matchbox, yeah.
And Matchbox.
Matchbox.
Yeah, I never had any of that.
See, Matchbox were real cars. They were all modeled on real cars, and they were, they came in the box with like what it was, 1970, Pontiac or whatever. Hot Wheels was much more concept-y, or you might find like a Batmobile or something like that. Ooh, I got a couple. Actually, I got some Hot Wheels myself to show off. You see all them boxes in the background there, right by the entrance to my kitchen. Yeah, I got a lot of toys. And by the way, I don't want it. Toys. Love toys. I don't care what you call it. It's toys.
So Hot Wheels.
I love it.
Had the comic book license, right? So it wasn't just the DC stuff. I don't know why this gimmick came out, but I remember having a Hulk van.
I had a Hulk van. I had the Hulk van.
The back
of it, I remember.
And you an image of the Hulk
inside
of the van. It was like a comic book panel rip, but you were able to see through the front of it. I was like, things better.
I had a Hulk van. I had the spider buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking back. I don't know what it was. I never was really like a car person. But I think if I'm thinking back, I think my biggest issue was just I think I wasn't playing with anything I couldn't put something in. Like if I couldn't put something in it, it just really wasn't for me. And that's me today. You know what I'm saying? Like the Batman set that I bought, the Jim Gordon, all have cars. I can fucking put them. I need to put them in something, right? It just drives me insane. 93.
2007, something like that.
93, 2007.
But you,
My parents would take that compliment for sure. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Hearing was a hell of a lot more advanced than stuff that me and Pete had. You know what I mean?
That's cool shit.
Like, dude, I mean, one of the greatest fucking toys of my childhood was Dr. Doom's tower, right?
Oh, the secret was tower.
It's shit. Let's be honest. It's molded plastic, and you got a gate that opens up. You got an elevator that you got to raise by hand, and you got a seat that you push the button, and hey, he falls down the back.
See, I love that. Like the toy that I would take around with me literally everywhere I went. Literally everywhere. My aunt brought home one day. She brought it home for herself as like a collectible, but I stole that shit. A mystery machine with the whole team. And the doors open, the back opens, you can put them in it. And that was my kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told Joel, one thing I've always lacked as a kid is like an expansive imagination, right? So like if I'm taking a Hot Wheel and there's not like something in it, it's like my imagination is just like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing?
What are you doing?
To me, I needed more. I needed more.
I didn't even have tracks. I just raced them down the hallway. You know what I mean?
I told you before that blew my mind when you told me, because I'm expecting you saying like, yeah, I had the big ass tracks. You're like, no, not even any tracks. I'm like, I would have struggled with that. I would have really struggled with no tracks.
Bare minimum.
I would have been no good. No, but Jaydee, what's your shirt say? I love your shirt. What's your shirt say?
Oh, this is a Mando shirt, baby.
Hey.
And it's Lone Wolf and Cub style. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Artwork is so fucking beautiful. Goodness gracious.
Beautiful.
I need this new season. Anyway, for that snowballs. Pete, what's going on, Pete?
What's up, everybody? Happy to be here. Salud.
Oh, that looks beautiful. What is that?
Yes, it does.
You guys have seen my chalice before.
I have, but each time I see it, Pete, it just looks more majestic.
This is one of the best things. I'm so happy I bought this at the last.
Is it all dragons?
What's that?
It's all surrounded by dragons.
Yeah, it's we got a kind of a teal one, red one, a purple, and a green.
Nice.
Like it looks like if I came over your house and it was on a shelf and I just tilted it down, a secret door would open. Like that's every time I see it, I'm just like, there's a layer in there. I know for sure.
I'm working on it. I'm working on the dungeon under the basement.
I like it.
That's where Pete sends the people that come over and don't want to eat or drink anything. That's where they go. He's like, dungeon for you. But all right, I want to start off this episode a little bit special because we have something pretty special here. Jaydee has a really dope ass announcement to make. Jaydee, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So for those of you who don't know, I've been publishing comic books for the last 15 years. This May 29th marks my 15-year anniversary making comics. We've made quite a bit. And a few days ago, we launched our latest book, which was Storm Chasers #8. But you could pick up other things in there, not just Storm Chasers #8. You could pick up pretty much the entire catalog digitally, or a hell of a lot of single issues that we still have in print. Besides that, we're going the gimmick cover route. So we have some nice shiny bits and baubles to add to those people who want a little bit more than just the comic book. And this very day, I announced that we are also getting into the enamel pin game. So for those of you who are pin collectors, not just the button stuff, we debuted 2 new pins, chibi style, and hopefully that tracks and we can expand upon that.
Absolutely. Cool. Loving it, Jaydee. And look, we've been talking about this for a while, man. Loving the journey that this is going on. I just love hearing about it. I really do. I love hearing about it, Jaydee. and I can't just wait to see where it goes next. I know one of the things I was talking to Joelle about was just the idea of being in the headspace of writing and cultivating like just original stories, right? Like original concepts, original stories. It wasn't until Joelle sent me like a layout, right, of like how to structure like a script or like a story. I just said, oh, I do not know how people do it. Like, I was so happy. I was like, oh, I completed one part. And then I looked throughout the rest of the list. I was like, fuck me. Like, I'd rather go edit. Like goddamn.
Dude, there's no right.
Like, oh, man.
You know what I mean? As long as you tell the beginning, the middle, and the end, and you're entertaining people, then you're rocking and rolling. You're going to make mistakes. There's no way people are not going to make mistakes on their first, second, 10th, 20th. You know, you're gonna constantly learn. You're gonna constantly evolve. And when you stop doing that, well, that's when people stop supporting you.
Gotcha. Look, fucking hearing it from the best. Like, there's nobody else I would want to give me awesome. that inspiration than Jaydee. So I'm gonna keep chugging away at it. I got pretty far, but God damn, as I was writing that shit, I was breaking out in the cold sweats because I kept thinking, because I send everything to Joelle. Any thought that I have that I think could be productive, I send to Joelle first. And Joelle's usually my sounding board. Joelle will either go, I see where you're going, or he'll go, Jawan, that's fucking garbage. And I'm like, okay, all right, I thought so. No problem. I'll start over.
Somebody who could say, no, this is shit. You could do better, right? You need somebody that is going to challenge you when you say, well, it's just, chalk it up to comic book science. No, fuck that. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
True story.
You got to dive deeper. You got to make sure that when you're writing something for somebody who's seeing this for the very first time. Right. And not baby them, but bring it to them in a way that it's easiest for them to understand without getting lost in the story.
Right. Yep. And like I said, Joelle is very honest. He will never lie to you. So
sometimes it's good to have a yes man, but it's more important to have somebody that's going to keep you grounded and keep you, trying to make something better rather than just accept whatever kind of garbage you try.
I'm going to be honest with you. I only ever wanted a yes man till I befriended Joelle. And he gave me the real, and like I thought it was gonna like really hurt me. Like, man, fuck that guy. And then like I sat with, and I was just like, I could have written that. That doesn't make sense. He's kind of right. And then from then on, it's like I'm now allergic to yes men. Like I could just see it from a mile away, right? Where I'm like, hey, what do you think about this alien with 9 heads? And they're like, oh, that's never been done. I love that. And I'm just like, I'm gonna call Joelle. I don't trust that. like you're full of it. Let me call Joelle real quick.
Where you put the heads?
Right. I can't say that on air. I'm still working on that story. Just know if you have a Pornhub subscription, you'll be fine. Anyway.
Pornhub exclusive.
Yes, I'm working very hard with Bella Thorne, all the, anyway, let's move on. No, but seriously, Jaydee, that's really dope to hear, man. Is there anything else that you can give us, or do we have to wait on anything else?
So let me see. So the campaign is going on another 29 days. It's the Storm Chasers issues 1 through 8 on Kickstarter. I told you about the enamel pins, right? Wait to get a quote because China had a really big holiday going on last week. So it took a while for that information to come back. Man, but we may have an opportunity to jump back into the toys. The window may be opening up. If it does, then we're going to be moving up from the 4 inches to the 6 inches. Because that's where it's going right now.
How the hell do we do that? I've been trying to do that for years.
I'm still trying to figure out the math. I'm sitting here just like, well, if you could do it for them.
They got bills for that, buddy.
Wait, hold on, Pete. All I pictured when you said that was like the figures on a conveyor belt to be stretched out to 6, and me and you were just waiting in line.
Let me go lay on this conveyor belt a minute. Hold on a second.
Like, have you tried it on humans yet? No.
I mean, they was talking about pills and shit, but they never worked. I bought a book on how to make it. All they talked about was real estate. I don't know.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, none of these figures are taking pills. How the fuck did they do it?
Like she finally said yes. You know what I mean? So maybe I.
There you go.
Well, so wait a minute. So that ring was like the Grinch, and like you just grew 3 sizes that day or something?
There's so many jokes that want to come out right now, but they're all getting stuck and jammed in the doorway. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh man! Oh.
I missed this. I had this necessary.
But
oh my god!
I'm gonna pull that off. But there's gonna be a test item first, and that test item, if the quote comes back well, would be a chibi of the Interceptor. We're gonna go back down there to 3 inches.
For the kids.
And natural states. If all goes well on that initial quote and the working relationship goes well in turnaround time, then we will move on to the 6-inch fig. So first here on Figure It Out that we are making a concerted effort into getting toys back into our lineup.
That's what's up.
Been looking
All
forward
I
to
know.
this, man.
All I know is that we better be the first phone call when it happens. We want mass-produced figures sent our way. That's all I'm saying. They better come here first.
Our stuff will be the first figure will be the Interceptor figure. That's first and foremost, and then we build from there.
All right, I'm just saying. If I see one photo of a fucking child with that figure in their hand, they're getting super kicked. That's all I'm saying. They're getting fucking super kicked. Right in front of mom and dad, they're getting super kicked. All right? I'm just making that clear. Don't you fucking touch my shit. But no, we can't wait for that, Jaydee. And obviously, we will promote this thing the entire way through. So I can't wait for that. But speaking of production on figures, I want to transition into something that's been bugging me for the longest, and I want to focus it on Hasbro, right? I want to focus it on Hasbro. I can't really speak to much of anything else because Hasbro is really where I've been living in here. With you guys know my obsession with Marvel Legends. So obviously they promoted the Hawkeye, or let me just say Clint and Kate Bishop figures, right? Then they promoted the Moon Knight figures. Now they're promoting the anniversary figures of Peter and Ned and all that. So my issue with Hasbro is I'm going to need you guys to stop promoting shit that doesn't come out for a fucking calendar year. Okay? It makes no sense. Why can't you just say, all right, shit comes out in October. I'll promote the motherfucker in August. I can accept that. But when I go to GameStop and that motherfucker says the Hawkeyes don't come out till May of 2023, what are we doing here? Come on.
I'm learning that right now. Honestly, the shipping crisis is still a problem. It really, really is, brother.
So break that down to me. So like, how does that help anything of promoting something in May of this year that comes out May of next year?
All right, so we've already seen the what they call the cut figures, right? And the first couple dozen that have been run off the mold. So you've got production time, you've got in that production time, you got factored in the holidays. Now, just this is weird to say, but the pandemic is ramping back up there again as well. So that slows down. With what we have here, where a lot of people are still working from home, they got that, but you can't work from home in a production factory, right?
Right.
Things get shut down, and they're factoring in all of that. Could they have it out early? Yeah. We already know when it comes to some of the G.I. Joe stuff, like the Croc Master has been seen on shelves in Canada. Spirit and Storm Shadow are in hand in certain
Mhm.
places. Those weren't set to be released until the summer, right? And those are already in hand with some people. I know, like Pete just got some things that he's going to show us, right? That he's been waiting for a while. But that's different. That was from the retailer. When it comes from the manufacturer, they're factoring in all of that stuff. So
So
hope that is the last day they'll have it ready. They'd like to have it beforehand, but they want to factor that in just in case.
So let me say what about this is really stressing me, and then we're going to go into figure talk, because I'm very sure you guys are not as passionately frustrated as I am. So
not totally true. I got an opinion on this, but
oh shit. Okay. All right. So So the biggest thing that stresses me out about it is like, thanks to Pete, and I mean this sincerely, not like sarcastically, but thanks to Pete, I've gotten into eBay, right? So I'm seeing a lot of people that have the Ned and Peter figure listed, right? And when you go to their description, it says, not description, I'm sorry. When you go to the main page underneath the price, it says could be shipped between May like 17th or June 21st of this year. But when you go to all the major retailers, that set doesn't come out until December, right? So now I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, fuck. Do I pre-order it with this guy on eBay with the thought of it coming between this month and next month? Or do I trust that shit won't be out till December? I'm not putting money down on this far out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because somebody will have it. You know what I'm saying? Closer to when it's supposed to actually.
And the thing is, if you're buying something on eBay and, there obviously is the stipulation of a pre-order item, but pre-order items technically, and I don't know if this rule has changed, but to my knowledge, pre-order items are expected within a month of their initial purchase.
Right.
And if they don't ship, you as the buyer have the option of relinquishing the sale and, getting your money back. But if you wait, if you decide that you're going to hold out until December, now you're on a trust factor because eBay only holds their finished auctions for up to 3 months. Even though that item number may still be there, you will not have any further information and that gets archived. So trying to get your money back through that, or even PayPal has a 6-month, cutoff. So you're kind of just hoping that this dude's going to send you your shit, and he doesn't have to. He could just be a dick and just keep it and abscond with it or just relist it. So that's why when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to these lengthwise, these year-long pre-orders, you are way better off with dealing with a retailer. Only use eBay if this is an item that has come out that is inexplicably sold out on Big Bad Toy Store, on Entertainment Earth, on whatever else, on Hasbro Pulse itself, and you just cannot get your grubby mitts on it. That's when you use eBay and you suck up a 10 to 20% markup on whatever it is. Right. I've had to do that occasionally. I don't like it, but it is what it is. If you want it, you're going to pay for it. But when it comes to any sort of pre-orders, I always use regular ass websites. Hasbro Pulse if I can, and if not, I will use Big Bad Toy Store simply because, and I'm not getting paid to say this or anything like that. I'm not, an advocate of their website.
They can pay us if they want to, though.
They can pay us if they want to, sure. But the only reason I don't use Entertainment Earth is because their shipping prices are exorbitant. I ordered the Viper 3 set. There was the Viper Officer and the 2 others that were in the package, and that was before Big Bad Toy Store had it up. But I ordered it on Entertainment Earth, and the shipping was like $15 just for that. And if you add, let's say you want 2, you're getting more. You're looking at more shipping. You could even order it on Amazon at this point. So I canceled that Entertainment Earth order, and I ordered it through Big Bad Toy Store purely because I trust them. I know I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer for the item, but I know I'm going to get it without question, and I know that shipping is going to be a flat $5, whether I'm ordering 1 item or whether I'm ordering 20. And just recently, I had a huge influx of stuff that I had pre-ordered. I guess BBTS just got that, like, one freighter come into the Pacific, and it was just all their shit. Like, all my stuff was just like shipping now, processing now, processing now. My credit card was just like, ouch.
See, I love that. And see, I'm glad you said that, because part of me didn't want to pre-order this Spider-Man anniversary set till next month, right? I spoke with a rep at Hasbro Pulse, right? Or Hasbro, whatever. I spoke to a rep. She was very nice. She went up the chain. They don't even know when this shit's gonna come out. And what bugs me about that is I went to eBay to get one of these fucking Thor Love and Thunder figures overpriced, right? Because no one had a release date. No one had a release date. Walmart didn't even fucking have the thing listed on their website, right? So the day I buy this fucking Thor, the day it comes in the mail, these motherfuckers are available worldwide. And I'm like, but there was no release date for anything. Like, you couldn't even find them. Then Amazon all of a sudden has them for reasonably priced all over, right? So that's why I'm like, it is stressing me. I'm sorry, go ahead, Jaydee.
Did you get the full set?
Yes. Oh, well, I'm only missing the Thor and his Asgardian get up, because it just, to me, it didn't come with a piece, and I just really didn't love the look of it.
Is that the blue rolled out armor?
Yeah. So I wasn't
like that one, but that was very 90s Thor for me. So that's
no, I don't mean the color scheme. I mean the figure itself, like the mask. Or his helmet, rather. When you look at it, his eyes aren't even really showing. The helmet is just like really weird. And it's just like, I wasn't, but you guys know the one that I was desperately looking for. It was Ravager Thor. Right. So that was the one I had to unfortunately overpay for on eBay to get. Because someone on another place on Earth was like, oh, I have it. And I'm like, well, no one else looks like they have it. I don't know when the fuck this shit's coming out. Let me get it. Then by the time that shit came in the mail, Amazon was just like, hey, we got it all. And I'm like, well, fuck, now I'll buy the rest from you, but next time say some shit, motherfucker. Goddamn. Like, fucking leave me out here to dry. I just gave this guy like half my life to get this thing.
That's that square state middle America bullshit. I don't know what a good bagel is. Wouldn't know a slice of pizza if it's scalded at the roof of your mouth. But goddamn it, you get toys like just left and right in your Target, like and Walmart all over the place.
Yeah,
dude, like things have been so sporadic. I saw in Target recently the Rogue One X-wing with the pilot that had the blue jumpsuit. And that went like it was going for $100. So you had the actual figure carded inside of the box, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pull the trigger on it because the Rogue One movie was I don't know 6 years ago,
right.
7 years ago.
Right.
But then I was getting the Doctor Strange figures like months ago. So I picked up the Sleepwalker and the Despair figure super early on. But here we go, and we got Amazon, and sometimes things pop up on Amazon that I'm like, I need to fucking get it. And like they just put something up on sale that I'm bugging out over. It is I'm here I am making fun of Rogue One, right? But it is it's the Darth Vader Rebel Blockade Runner trench scene corridor. And it was going for like $60. Now it's going for 35. And I think it comes with three different Rebel troopers. And I'm like, oh my God, I can recreate the scene and display of Darth Vader chopping the shit out of everybody.
I'd fucking love that. See, speaking of Star Wars, they just released the Obi-Wan Kenobi figure for this upcoming series. Now, here's the fun part about this. You ready for this, Jaydee? The series drops in a few weeks. The figure drops almost next year. And it's like, I'm very confused on what the fuck your scheduling is. Like, when you show it to me, I'm thinking, oh shit, I just got to wait till end of the month, maybe next month, right? And it's available. These motherfuckers are like, no, close to next year. Close to next year? Why are you showing me this good shit if I can't go get it?
Like with Jay, you had brought it up initially when G.I. Joe was out, the first movies, and there were no toys on the shelves to back it up. And that's kind of what we're seeing now. And I guess this is all still, a result of COVID and the backups in the factories and whatnot. And at this point, I'm just wondering how long is it going to take Hasbro and these other manufacturers to catch up with television and movies? Because we're not seeing any Doctor Strange figures, or like you said, Hawkeye's not coming out for another year. The show was last year. Who knows if maybe they'll coincide with a season 2. We're not seeing Moon Knight at this point, even though we've seen
now Doctor
concepts of
Strange.
figures.
Doctor Strange did work out. Those figures released earlier in this year,
Okay.
well before the actual movie came out.
Yeah.
So that at least was like,
So now-
okay.
But that was delayed though. That movie was supposed to be back.
That
out
is
back,
true.
like,
That
end
is
of
true.
March.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
obviously a 2-month delay is nothing compared to a year and a half, but still.
I think. Oh, go ahead, JD. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, let's go back to Book of Boba Fett, right? How many figure
Mhm.
tie-ins? Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett is going on, and they're promoting the Mando deluxe pack that has those little ice spiders in it.
Yep.
Oh
Right.
shit.
We didn't get Black Chrysanthemum. We didn't get.
No, we do. We do now. We do
It's
now.
He's out
Oh,
now?
no, it's in 6-inch.
Right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I was talking about the 4-inch.
Gotcha.
because
Gotcha.
that 4-inch Star Wars line is still going on strong, man.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah, we didn't get Black Chrysanthemum. We didn't get we just got Boba and what's her name?
Fennec Shan.
Right?
Fennec Shan. Yeah.
Fennec
Yep.
Shan. Give me a Danny Trejo. Give me the twin Jabbas.
I just miss them being more creative. Like, give me what's the fucking beast called? I'm completely
Rancor.
blanking out. Rancor. Give me the Rancor with Danny Trejo. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like, that'd be awesome.
Hasbro discontinued. They just let the Rancor project fail, basically.
Yeah.
When they had it on HasLab. And I really thought that we were going to see a re-up of the Rancor with, the original trainers from Star Wars and whatnot, and maybe an extra Danny Trejo figure, and who knows, maybe even Boba Fett, riding on it. And we haven't yet. There's no HasLab projects going on right now.
That was for the Black Series, bro.
Yeah, Black Series. Yep. You know what, Pete? To the point you were making before we go into figure talk, I think two things are happening with these retailers, right? I think they're starting to realize that they're in a time that's drastically different than any other time in toy history, where you don't need to sell a movie outside of just the movie itself, right? Like, you don't now have to I gotta sell book bags, I gotta sell shirts, I gotta sell toys. Like, that's not the whole kit and caboodle anymore. On top of the fact that if you're Hasbro, you're like, bro, I remember I was making a figure set per year. Now there's like 900 fucking superhero projects per year, and you want me to give you figures for all of these motherfuckers.
And not even just one, 5 or 6 of them.
Right. So it's like, all right, you want a Moon Knight. Okay, I got to do that. Oh, you want a Kenobi. Okay, I got to do that. Okay, you want a Doctor Strange. Got to do that. You want a Hawk. Like, it starts to pile up. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like they're just like, I can't keep up.
Well, it starts to pile up when there's only one company out there producing all of that stuff.
Right.
It has all those licenses. Right. Before we have Kenner, Hasbro, Mattel, Remco. As shitty as Remco was giving us stuff like Crestar, Sergeant Fury and the Howling Command. No, excuse me, Sergeant Rock, Lannard. There were other. Oh, excuse me. Who does the Fortnite figures? Jazzwares.
Yes. Yep.
They're kicking out, but what licenses can they get? What's out
Halo
there?
too.
By the way, JD, look into that. Those fucking figures are phenomenal, bro. Like, really, the Halo, bro, really fucking good. Really good. And they're in your
the 1/18 scale.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
He happens to scale really, really well with the G.I. Joe classifieds.
It does. And JD, and your scale, JD, does one thing that Pete's scale doesn't. They make vehicles for your scale.
Yeah.
They got a shit ton of vehicles. There's even a 3-inch set where it's like a whole weapons locker. So it's 3 figures and like a shit ton of weapons and like a locker to like clip them into. Right? So it's like Halo's doing their fucking thing. Thank God for this show. Or I would have never fucking thought about it. But once I did, I was just like, well, interesting.
Did you hear about McFarlane's announcement today for the 1/18 scale figures?
No.
So he's doing it called Punch Comics or something like that. Punch 'em Up Comics. So it's a single comic with a 1/18 scale Batman and a 1/18 scale Superman.
That's Hot Toys size, right?
Yeah, just
No,
about.
No,
it's-
1/18 is. I'm sorry, I'm not good at math anymore.
Oh wait, Pete. You know what's funny? I was right with you. I'm like, oh wait.
I was like, no, wait a minute, that's 1/6. Go down further. That's right.
Yeah. I don't know what the price point was, but right before we got on the show, I was looking at it. I was like, okay, it looks gimmicky enough to move, you know.
But not McFarlane's the only one doing DC, and Hasbro's the only one doing Marvel, right?
No, Spin Masters does DC as well.
Yes, remember that's where I got my Batman, my complete Batman set.
But that's for the Batman, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they got that puffed up chest figure as well.
Oh, I only saw Spin Master do the Batman. That was the first time I even seen them do.
Yeah. So the other 1/18 scale DC figures are Spin. Well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got
It comes with a blind side where it's one of 3 random weapons.
Oh,
These
comes with Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
I hope they make a like a penguin limo so you can have that chase scene.
Can I say one thing, Spin Master, just for your future sales going forward? If a movie comes out that has more than 3 fucking characters, maybe produce more than 3 fucking characters. Every variation of their sets is Batman, Penguin, Catwoman. Batman, Penguin, Catwoman.
Can't do that.
Batman, Gordon, Catwoman.
Like, it's not even a Riddler?
No, and he was the main villain.
I know.
That's what bugs me. I'm like, where's Riddler? What's happening here?
There's not even crazy white people Riddler wannabe figures?
Nothing. You know what we need to do, as I pass it to you, Pete, to lead us into figure talk? What we need to do is we see how stressed out Hasbro is, right? And Jaydee's talking about they may be ramping back up. You guys might be ramping back up to make figures for your project. We need to see how they make the figures, right? And then we need to create a secondary company for Hasbro called Aspro, right? Where they know that it's a knockoff, but you can get your shit in a reasonable time, right? The faces might be off, but we will initiate Aspro Productions, where we might get a few false ads, right? Where people call in like, hey, is this porn? It's not. It's for figures. Like, hang up the phone. But no, I understand Hasbro is like one of the biggest not retailers, but like companies for figures. And it just seems like the weight of the world is on their shoulders. But here's my problem with that. You ask for it. You get paid. So get that shit out.
You get paid a lot. They're fucking raising their prices too.
Yes, they are. Yeah, that fucking Peter set is the price of the fucking Peter video game. And I'm like, what world am I living in? Why are you $60?
Classifieds just went up by about $15.
You know what I mean? You know what Hasbro needs to do going forward? You want to charge me that much for action figures? A sex doll needs to come with it. That way I feel justified. All right? So there's dual fucking happening here, okay? I'm not the one just getting shafted every time. That's all I ask
for. Okay, that punchline was worth it.
That's all I'm asking for, Hasbro. But anyway, Pete, you got a mountain of figures.
I did.
Go ahead, lead us off.
I did. I just showed you the Halo one.
Show me it again. I want to see it again. That shit was beautiful.
Said it. I realized that he does scale very, very well with the Gijoe Masterpiece line. I picked this one up. I happened to just find him in Target. It was like the only thing worth picking up in Target when I was in Long Island. I still would like to get my what's that?
Where in Long Island?
Around Levittown.
I know exactly where you went.
Now, Pete, I just want to make one quick point. If our viewers can notice, in this beautiful box set of Master Chief, what you can notice is you can change your hands and your gun. But if you also notice, you can't change from a helmet to a regular face. Just putting that out there for any Halo watchers.
I still want to get my hands on the Walgreens exclusive that he comes with the blade, whatever, like the
you know, my favorite one, Pete, was the one that comes with obviously the rifle, but the side pistol that you could stick to his hip. That's my favorite one. Yeah, I like that one.
So it's a really cool figure, and I never troop built when I was a kid, but I am doing it now, and I got a hold of my bats and alley vipers finally. So happy. And I have not opened a single G.I. Joe classified yet because I don't have the room to display them until I get the basement a little bit cleaner and I can get some new shelves up. But these things are so awesome. And I had to open at least one of them. I did open a bat the other day just to play around with him. And he's just absolutely friggin' awesome. And he comes with a little chest plate and everything. And
that's so funny because when I bought that figure, I bought it for the 3-inch figures.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it for the 3-inch figures, but now I'm looking at that shit in 6-inch. I'm like, I fucking.
Oh man, and he actually does come with a pistol that you can get out of the little side holster there, and as you know, the fingers, the sculpt on these figures is such that if you can kind of get a look at the finger hold there, his finger can wrap right around the trigger and hold the gun just absolutely perfectly. So
fucking A.
What's that?
The battle damaged head.
I haven't put the head on. The head is still in the original box there. I didn't open him up yet. Jay, I joined you. I got my spider armor. The black costume has not come yet, but I expect him soon. We mentioned Hasbro earlier, and I found these at Target, the Masters of the Universe vehicles.
Okay.
What is it? The Battle Ram and Land Shark. There's like 2 more of these. There's the Wind Raider and something else that I do have to get my mitts on. Looking forward to those. What else did I get? Ooh. Oh boy. So this was a big one. This bad boy arrived. I've been waiting on him for quite a while. Ugh. This is actually an official unboxing. I didn't even take a look at him yet.
Look at
There
this.
we go.
Exclusive.
This is the
my God.
Mumra deluxe set.
Oh my
A
God.
whole bunch of different hands, and he's got the different screaming head. And I
He's
believe the cape is
posable?
The posable cape, yes.
Oh my fucking God.
And the original, always bothered me about the original toy was that he never had a cape, and he always had the cape in the cartoon. So I was not going to do the Thundercats line because I didn't do the Masters of the Universe Classics or anything. But when I saw the Thunder Tank and I saw the scale of it, I'm like, I have to get this. And then I had to go buy Lion-O, and you can't have a Thunder Tank without having its official driver being Panthro. And if I'm going to have Lion-O and Panthro, I got to have the rest of them.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, it becomes Snowball, right?
I did avoid getting the mutants. I just bought the core Thundercats and Mumra. But we'll see what happens. If there's room on the shelf, who am I to say anything?
You know what, Pete? I can't even judge you because if they do a Gargoyles line that beautiful, I will not stop. I'll fucking buy the cop.
Gargoyles are really nice. They came out with Goliath, which I bought. They have Thaylog out now as a pre-order still. Who's to say if they come out with the rest of them? If they
are they scaled? Are they scaled like that?
I would say they're about 8 inches.
Dude,
and they're posable.
Demona and Bronx
NECA.
are Target exclusives.
What's that, buddy?
Demona and Bronx are Target exclusives.
I didn't even know that.
Yes. So Bronx comes with extra wings for Goliath.
Oh,
Wow.
So he comes with the folded wings.
Oh,
For Goliath. So you're still paying the premium, but you're getting extra shit in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Demona,
I love Goliath.
people have had problems with Demona because the wing attachment has been snapping on her. It's been real fragile.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if the dual running chain, but it's got people pumping the brakes on it. But yeah, we already know. They already put out the image for Hudson, Brooklyn, Lexington, and Broadway.
Oh man.
Did they do Broadway? I know we saw Hudson.
I mean, if they're doing those two, they're gonna do all of them at this point.
We're talking about the NECA ones, right?
Yeah, it's NECA, and you can always trust NECA to have a quality figure.
Right.
That
So-
I do.
One of the things.
So now to know it's like, all right, if Lexington is going to be the minifigure, what other pack-ins like the Bronx is Lexington going to get?
That's fair.
Maybe they could do a Build-A-Figure and do that robot Goliath.
They could. Yeah, they could do that.
Something like that.
It
Wait,
looks dope.
Goliath or the guy,
It looks dope.
Worf did the voice for?
I don't remember.
Oh, you're talking about the robot Goliath that Xanatos used to
Yeah,
dress
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mecha Goliath.
Yeah, I don't remember like what he was called exactly.
Okay, yeah.
But
Yeah, Xanatos. But there was the other one, Cold Stone.
Cold
Right?
Stone, yes.
That Worf did the voice for.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was okay. See, I was never a big Star Trek fan, so I never picked up on that.
Gotcha.
And I'm not even like collecting this line, but I obviously have to go buy a Spawn figure because now I'm the proud owner of the Dark Redeemer, and this figure is fucking dope.
Nice.
I couldn't stand the color scheme on the original one. It was like blue and gold and everything. I'm like, what are you, a Cub Scout, bro? Like, I want something intimidating. Like, the black and silver was just absolutely insane looking. And also,
that looks good.
Besides being thoroughly.
You froze on his feet.
Got too excited.
He was so thoroughly.
It's too thorough.
Zoom has a thorough cat. There we go. Okay, all right, there we go. You were too thorough. You were too thorough for Zoom, Pete.
And I forgot the line, but now Hasbro and Sergeant Slaughter have signed a multi-figure contract, so we will be seeing a lot more of the Sarge back where he belongs on G.I. Joe, and I'm so happy. I cannot wait for that figure. There's a lot of good things happening with Classified, and I know that the price point is going up, but the nerd in me is like, we don't care. We don't care. And last but not least, actually, this came in the mail the other day. So not all, but last but not least, but that Hasbro Cat Figure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
very happy.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It makes me sad every time I see somebody with a Steve Rogers figure. It's just like, oh, Steve, I miss you. Like, come back.
So do you guys remember when I was talking about the Seekers, the Transformers, and they were doing the MP52s, and they were just a little short, and next to like Megatron and everything. Mm-hmm. And there was the other company that produced Starscream and the Seekers, and they were a little bit taller. They were called Deformation Space.
Okay.
First of all, the box is like a hologram.
Oh my
kind of
god!
Thing.
Yeah,
like go ahead and order
a plane.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's the other good thing. The Hasbro ones, the Takara ones, come in jet form, and these come in robot form. And let me tell you, I have never been happier than to friggin' grab hold of one of these. These figures are utterly amazing. Honestly, it's just the ratchets are stiff.
Nice.
I gotta look up like how to move the wings because the wings are supposed to be like down here somewhere. Mm-hmm. But I gotta like watch a YouTube video because the directions are not the best, and I don't want to break them. But I'm so happy that he comes already transformed because half the time, like I know these things get so complicated that I don't want to touch them. So when it comes to display, I think I'm just going to keep them the way they are and then put the planes next to them on like, they come with a little stand. So it kind of looks like they're flying and everything.
Right.
And man, they are just some really fantastic figures. The colors are utterly outstanding. And they look like they stepped right out of the animation cells. And the best part about these is their typical masterpiece price. Like all the masterpieces now, those Seekers are like $250 a piece. These are $150. On showz.com. Again, not getting paid to tell anybody that. Showz.com comes straight from Japan. You got to wait like 3-4 weeks or so, but they'll get there. They'll get here. And the shipping, like so well packaged. They had the box in like wrapped in bubble wrap and then put in like a bubble wrap envelope with they call them like crush guards, and there's these like plastic things around it. So that way, like if something
collectors.
What's that?
They cater to
for like somebody who wants to keep the box or something, or display the box or something like that. Yeah. And just like so the figure don't get crushed inside of it. Absolutely thrilled. The only thing I do so these they come with like this kind, they call it like kibble. That's like the going term for collectors. Like there's this nonsense on the back that kind of shows the transformation pieces, but they do have like $20 little add-ons that you can put on the back, and it fills out the wings.
Oh,
so that's
a beautiful son bitch right there.
I am a happy nerd. This is
all right. That's
and this one was the blue one. That's Thundercracker, and Skywarp is slightly behind me. Oh yeah, and the new ones actually come with the wing add-on, so it's only Starscream that does not.
Nice.
So for that $150, you're actually getting a $20 wing piece free.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Never upset with that.
No, free. Hey, you want to give me something for free? I'm thrilled.
Fuck yeah. No arguments here. No arguments here whatsoever. You got anything else, Pete?
Bro, I think I'm finally done. Actually, I've had these like for a couple of weeks, like waiting for you guys, like waiting for you to do a show with you. I think I'm finally finished.
Somewhere something is being neglected. It's just
something
like...
is definitely being forgotten, and
they're just like goddamn.
It's some anti-Toy Story horror movie that's gonna be at night. Like, how could you forget me, Pete?
I'm telling you, Pete, all your figures in boxes, looking at your figures out of boxes, feel some type of way. They do.
Oh, yeah,
they really do. They really do. The figures outside of boxes definitely talk shit at night. You know they do. But all right. So I'll go up next. The Thor Love and Thunder line. Again, I have literally everyone except for the one that was not a Build-A-Figure, had a Build-A-Figure attachment. The what are they calling it? I think they're calling it like not King Thor.
It's just Thor, I think, right? No, Thor.
No, that one had a name, I think, because each one has to have a name. Okay. God, no, I wish it was All Father Thor. Fuck, I wish. Anyway, we'll start off with Ravager Thor.
They're not a completist, I guess, right? It doesn't like bother your bones that you didn't complete the pack.
Not looking at how fucking horrible I thought that face sculpt was. Fucking look at that shit all day. Ravager Thor.
He's called Ravager.
Cool figure.
That's Ravager Thor, yeah.
Montage Thor.
Wait, say it again, Jaydee.
I thought that was workout montage Thor.
Pretty much, right? And it is a removable jacket.
Oh, cool.
You can get a better look.
if
and the bend is complete.
I don't know what does, man.
Look at that, bro.
Greenwich Village Thor.
But time out. You know it's so funny, Pete. Like when I first got this and took it out of the box, I was like, why does he have like why is his shoulders like that fucking big? Like, like,
for real.
Look how muscular this Thor is. Like, you're a god. Your strength doesn't come from how much you work out. Like,
why does the action figure's fucking circumference on his bicep be bigger than mine?
Bro, yes. I'm like, shit, man. I did like 6 push-ups when I took him out of the box. Like, you don't show me up, you ass. This is Stormbreaker.
Yep.
Stormbreaker that came with it. Next up is, let me see if I can get it in the hand so I don't have
to... it's just called Thor.
Really? That's weird.
Mm-hmm. It looks cool. It's just, the eyes look weird. But aside from that, it's good.
Yeah, I have a thing about that. The fucking eyes. Anything else could be horrible, and I can stomach it. Not the fucking eyes. Not the look over it.
It looks like the helmet covers the eyes. Like the doesn't go over. But that's about it. I mean, the helmet looks pretty cool too.
Next up is none other than Peter Quill.
So, his hair is very big.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Whoever did this sculpt for Peter Quill, you want to know how I know Chris Pratt didn't show up for that facial scan? Because who played his father in Guardians 2? Mm-hmm. Now, don't say anything. Just look and tell me if this does not look like they just used Kurt Russell's figure's facial scan for this one. Look very closely. Tell me that motherfucker doesn't look just like his daddy from Guardians 2 right there. The hair, the mustache, every fucking thing.
He's mad tango, yo.
Yeah. I took it out of the box and I was just like, did I just buy Kurt Russell? Like, did they just send me a Kurt Russell figure? So yeah, that's Star-Lord. And obviously the jacket you can take off. I'll show that being taken off so I can show you that he can holster.
Oh, that's cool.
He can holster. So that's pretty awesome.
He's
Star-Lord there.
Into the back. Nice. Cool.
Yep. So you can put both of them on there. Next up is the Mighty Thor. Mighty Thor.
Jane.
Now, here's something that they did that I'm very curious if the movie actually does, if they just did that for the figure. I have had every version of MCU Thor as a toy. And one thing I can tell you with pure confidence, his hammer is very small. This is a thick fucking hammer. Like, this hammer looked like it got ass, bro. Like, goddamn.
Cracks? Can't tell.
Yeah, there is cracks. There is cracks.
There's cracks?
Yeah, there's cracks. You can't see it all that well, but there is cracks.
Okay.
And this
Joel,
is
Joel, you gotta show him how to do a black wash on it.
A black wash?
This is
stuff?
Huh?
I could have sworn Joel talked to me about customizing stuff.
Oh no, I don't think so.
No?
Yeah, because I'd be upset. Like, why the fuck didn't Joel tell me?
We had a conversation about customizing stuff. I was telling you, I was suggesting you go over there and you do a black wash on his on that hammer so it could pop a little bit more.
Were you dreaming it, man? It might have been another you in a different universe.
No, but JD, I will say they're doing that on eBay because what they're selling with a lot of their Mighty Thor sets is it's blue. The tip of the hammer is blue, so the cracks kind of radiate. It's white. It's like white line, so it just radiates better. But this is Jane Foster or Mighty Thor with the helmet.
So the helmet is removable.
It is. Well, the head's removable.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, the heads.
Cool.
Yeah, 2 heads.
Cool.
So that's Mighty Thor. Now, they could have done a little bit better on her face, but this is my favorite one. King Valkyrie.
She looks good.
Nice.
It's a cool outfit. The colors are really vibrant.
Look how defined her fucking arms are. Like, did everybody do push-ups and fucking weightlifting and shit? Goddamn, them arms are defined.
Getting worked out by Rita Ora and Taika Waititi.
That's exactly what she was doing. Hell yeah. That's exactly
Honestly, I can't get over the blue on that cape. Can I see that again?
Absolutely.
That's a great blue.
Yo, that matches my old Mustang, bro. Like, oh my god.
Oh.
And she comes with a little knife.
A little knife.
A little knife down there. A little knife to go at her shank.
The costume is very nice, though. I like
that. Is really cool.
Everything about Valkyrie is beautiful, except for not having the longsword. That's usually where I always draw the line. And then obviously when you get them all, they assemble Korg.
Oh, cool.
I love it.
Oh, wow, they really got the face perfect on that.
They did his full outfit. He's dripped out. Nice. He's out here trying to get laid and paid.
Somebody should come with me, yo.
I know.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. He does come with a weapon.
They didn't do Gore the God Butcher?
They did.
He's refusing to show.
Are we going to discuss that figure?
Oh, we are. Don't worry. We are. I'm just showing the good shit first.
Okay.
And we do got Groot.
Oh, preteen.
Yep, preteen Groot. Yep.
Did they do all the Guardians?
No, that would have been really awesome. Now, Groot does come with, you could take 1 second, the hands off and replace them with, here we go. Replace them with tree limbs.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cool, yeah.
So one for him to stab a motherfucker and one for him to grab a motherfucker.
It comes with a gun too, right?
It does. This is his gun.
Groot's his own figure?
Yep. It's its own figure. Yep. It's its own figure. And then last, but tried my best to make it least, Gore the God Butcher. Now, I took his skirt off because it's not fucking posable with that skirt just in the way, and it was irking me. But this is Gore the God Butcher. Not to be confused with Vision.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's just
not
no
to be
black on him at all. To like,
I know.
Well, no, see, that's where Hasbro will tell you it's a false narrative. There's your wait. There's your hint of black right there.
Well, that's horseshit.
Right there. But the one cool thing about Gore the God Butcher's figure would be this. His beautiful sword. That's not comic accurate at all. But his sword.
that looks like he fucking got it from Braveheart. He borrowed that shit from William Wallace.
And you know what, Pete? Because I hear it so much where people are just like, well, like, I don't understand, like, what's the problem? Like, a sword is a sword. I'm like, well, the difference is the symbiote or the necromancer sword that he took, he essentially just made from his hand.
Right, it's the necromancer sword.
I'm like, it's from his hand, so it's never like he has to like physically hold it. It's just a manifestation from his hand. Right. So I'm like, right. So I'm like, essentially, like, I get people's point of like, oh my God, they're still using a sword, still in the same vein. I get you, but it's so much cooler if I could remove his hand and put on a sword hand. Like, that would just look so much better. Right. So that's just where my problem comes from.
I'll bet you there's dudes already on like Etsy and possibly even eBay that are customizing those figures to make them more comic accurate.
If so, call me.
Because I've seen, I've been looking for a guy that would do like a Snake Eyes G.I. Joe 93 face, to put on one of the classified figures. And I found a great one, but apparently it's sold out and the guy's not making it anymore. I don't know why, but he's also doing hooded Cobra Commander heads, which you are just never going to get from Hasbro because apparently all hoods resemble fucking clan hoods, which is ridiculous to me because it's blue. It's fucking blue. It's not even pointy. It's just a fucking hood. It looks nothing like it, Hasbro. Nothing. But again, not happening. But I'm thinking about buying one of them heads just to, because you got 3 Cobra Commanders with the faceplate. I just want one that's different. I don't care which one. I haven't decided yet. But I got 3 of the sons of bitches. I need one to be different.
Right. I will say this as far as the Gore the God Butcher. Apparently, I believe it's a fake rumors going around, but fake rumors going around, I'll go with that. That Gore the God Butcher by the end of that movie will look as comic accurate as we all hoped for him to be. But then that further angers me is that you gave me this fucking figure instead of the finished product. Now I got to look at this shit and then watch the movie and see him look good. I don't like that. So to me, if this is his look, you better fucking die on that hill. You better look like this motherfucker all movie long. All movie long.
Right, because if they were going to do something like that, then why wouldn't they either hold off on the figure? Because they never release like a second wave of the same movie,
Right,
like,
It's the one wave.
Right. The next wave is going to be a different movie. So you're not going to get an updated figure.
Nope.
So if they do have another look to him, why not do that look?
Right. So that's why I believe it's bullshit. Because it looks like that's what you're marketing. You're marketing that look, right? So I told Joel before, I gotten over it. Doesn't bother me anymore. If that's how he looks, that's how he looks. He just better be giving me a jaw-dropping fucking performance that's so good that I can just close my eyes, not even have to look at it, and just go, okay, that's Gore, right? So to me, I'm fine with it, but don't change that shit up. don't pull an okie doke on me. Do not pull an okie doke on me. How he looks there, that's how you promoted him. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about the Mandarin figure for the Shang-Chi line. Like, they showed you the Mandarin at the beginning of the movie where he looks like the Mandarin we're used to, right? And then you get to present day and you're like, oh, that's the figure you guys gave me, which I'm fine with, because that was the final product of how he looks. So I was fine with that. But if Gore starts that way and then turns into what we know him to be, nah, I want my money back. I'll be calling Amazon first thing in the morning. Take this shit back.
Okay, so this guy does in fact have some custom Gore heads. I'm going to drop it into the chat for you guys.
Please do. Please do.
And they look dope. I mean, it looks like they probably, depending on the price you want to pay, if you contact him, he usually does. It looks like it's the same dude, just from the setup of his pictures and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he usually just, he'll do paint or, standard sculpt, depending on what you want.
Very
and here's the one thing that person will love about me being a customer. You can't get any worse than what Hasbro just gave me. So you'll be good. But I did want to give a quick shout out. I didn't even know that. Oh my God, that looks
right. How much better is that?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh man.
Kind of makes the whole figure. And then if you just like paint it black or get a little black cloak or something,
Goodness gracious, does that change every? You know what that is, Pete? That's like when we saw how Sonic was going to look, and then how he ended up looking, where it was just like, oh, that seemed like it was easy enough. Like, like, why did you fuck up? But anyway, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Jaydee. I see that we both follow him on Instagram. Marvelous action figure pose, pose. So what I want to give that page a lot of credit for is he has a set, like he has a posable set of Norman Osborn, Green Goblin, Spider-Man, and Peter Parker figures, right? And what I want to give him credit for is he did something fucking genius. The Green Goblin comes with removable head of Norman Osborn and then obviously of Goblin's head. All he did was take Mobius's body from the Loki series, took the head off, and put Norman's head on, and the fucking Norman looks perfect. I mean, perfect. Suited and booted. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, and I cannot wait to do that myself. But that's why I need them to hurry up and give me the Ned and Peter figure so I can put that shit with that Norman in Green Goblin. Bravo on you. Perfect. Don't even worry, Jaydee. We're getting out of here.
This guy does really cool stuff.
Right? When I saw Jaydee follow him, I was just like, oh, this guy must be legit. And then I scrolled through and I'm like,
the
awesome.
Spidey black costume with Reed Richards is really cool.
Yes, and you see how he has the comic panel on like the next slide? Yeah. That guy is awesome. Look, he does not pay us like most of these places we named today does not pay us. But do follow Marvelous Action Figures pose on Instagram.
That earned me one.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Joel, you'll love it because his poses for everything and how he kind of brings in the comic aspect of a lot of them. You'll definitely like to at least just look at it. But I want to give a shout out to my brothers, man. Glad we were able to get back and do this episode. Jaydee to drop his announcement. Whatever you can send me, Jaydee, send me and I'll put it in the description.
You got it, baby. You got it. Yeah, brother.
And make sure you guys stay tuned. Me and Joel just interviewed Ernie Altbacker. Today that'll be dropping sometime this weekend, maybe tomorrow, but tomorrow this weekend. So make sure you guys check that out. And stay tuned for GVN Talk tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern. But till next time, guys.
And next week,
next week,
and I will have Jaydee on to talk further in detail about his Kickstarter project.
Yep. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We will see you next time. Peace.
Hello, everybody.